Section of the reflex arc. There are 5 components of the reflex arc that I want you to know. So this is actually showing you a section of the skin. In the skin, we have these dendrites and little receptors here that are constantly monitoring what's happening in the skin. So this first component is called the receptors. Once they're stimulated, a signal goes back to the spinal cord. So this yellow neuron right here is the second component of the reflex arc. This is the sensory neuron, or you could say afferent, but sensory neuron is fine. Right? You can see here, just to show you, it goes in the dorsal root. Here's the dorsal nerve root ganglia, and then it goes into the dorsal horn. But anyway, the second component is the sensory neuron. Once the information gets into the spinal cord, guys, this green neuron represents the third component, or the integrating center. And what this neuron is doing with others is processing the information that comes in from the receptor. So now it's going to process the information. So this is the integrating center. Integration means the process. If something needs to be done, the integrating center is going to activate this fourth component right here, this orange neuron right here. This is the motor neuron, or the efferent neuron. So this is going to carry the signal away from the spinal cord like this to the fifth component of the reflex arc, which is the effector. This is the part that's going to respond. So to do the reflex, let's just say I jab the skin with a needle. Boom, I jab with a needle. The sensory receptors are activated, so that's part one. That sends a signal to the sensory neuron that's going to bring it back to the spinal cord. That's part two. The information comes into the spinal cord. The spinal cord is processing, hey, we just got stabbed by a pen. That's integration, so that's part three. The integrating center says, we don't want to be stabbed, let's pull away. So it sends a motor signal, part four, to a muscle in your arm that's going to contract, part five, to pull you away. That's the effector. Motor neuron, integrating center, sensory neuron, receptor. That easy. That's it, cut.